Hey, just a second. You know, say for subscribe now free. Plenty people already watch here. They know they subscribe because someone feel say for subscribe, they need for pay money. If you not be known for no now say for subscribe now free. But why for subscribe? If for subscribe for three main reasons. Number one, you go be the first person we go know whenever we come on live. Number two, you go be the first person we go know whenever we upload new video. And number three, you go be the first person for comments, like or share. And the last one for support we, so we go bring kind of content here regularly to you. So you see how it beneficial to you. So if you don't subscribe it, what you do it? I for subscribe to TPP Leo now. And before I forget, not forget for click the notification bell so you go get all the notification bam.
Family, welcome back to Komon-Tok. My name is Mohamed Kado. In this segment, we can focus on the reasons where I feel say largely responsible for why we leaders and they fail to act upon their promises once they become president, once they assume office. For far too long now, the country, we people are not suffer from one government to another government, from one disaster to another disaster, and by the look of things, it seems as if the situation is getting even worse. Today, we can try to give some suggestions, recommendations to the current government because we want to see them, we want to make them succeed. Maybe, just maybe, if the chance for listening to this video, maybe they might learn one or two. Now, let me go quickly down. This year, since we gained independence from Great Britain, and within this period, we people have only experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly. But it seems as if the ugly and the bad don't take center stage, suffering, the evidence everywhere. People in the cry. Things in triangle for the ordinary person. But in my opinion, I want to believe say each and every president want to see the country progress, want to see development, want to leave a befitting legacy for himself. We pass, people in Georgia positively. This is not my opinion. But the question is, why did they fail? Alright. I try to make some research. I come up with three main things they were physically responsible. The first one, now the advisors to the president. Well, other people will call them sycophants, other people will call them yes men, other people will call them liberalists. This is now one factor we're responsible. Secondly, the clan-based thinking of the political party within our power, largely responsible for the failures of the president for act upon the promises. And thirdly, the too much respect to the DO leaders without holding accountable. Now, let me go quickly in our history and come back. Apart from ending the war in 2002, the late President Tijan Kaba led SLPP was credited for the creation of state institutions like NRA, National Revenue Authority, ACC, Anti-Corruption Commission, PPRC, Political Party Registration Commission, and many, many others for young democracy. Because when you talk about democracy, you don't talk about institutions. Without institutions, there is no democracy. But however, during time, corruption be successfully thrive. And the point that enemies of the state turn the country to farm, then begin the harvest in the form of in the form of looting, tifata. We make the people be so hungry that they turn to the then opposition with the APC. We see Ernest Bai Koroma kind of power in 2007. Now, Ernest Bai Koroma vowed very strongly say there will be zero tolerance to corruption. In one of his interviews we do na BBC, he said in young government accord, there will be no sacred cows when it comes to corruption, end of quote. And he promised to transform the country for the better. Now, let we see what happened. July 13, 2008, something happened in Lungi. One plane landed in Lungi coming from South America, Venezuela, he registered in Venezuela, he flew with cocaine. According to some report back then, the then Minister of Transport and Aviation, Kemoh, Sesay, was involved or fully aware about this deal. And Ernest Koroma swiftly sacked Kemoh, Sesay, pending investigation. And this be sent a shockwave across the political spectrum because Kemoh Sesay was one of the right-hand man of Ernest Koroma through thick and thin until he became president. So by making short an example, this will be really give admiration to the president locally as well as internationally. In what happened? The then Minister of Energy, Aja Afsatu Kaba, was also involved in the $32 million where them be give one contract to one South African farm company for come with electricity na Freetown specifically. So mismanagement take place, Ernest Bai Koroma saga immediately. And this again was a laudable momentum for the people. You know, people have begin to say, wow, it seems as if somebody has don't come for can take corruption very seriously. And before 2014, before Ebola 2014, Salon economy was one of the fastest growing economy in the world. In fact, according to IMF, in 2012, the economy they grew 32.2% and even more, 2013 and above. And during this time, we see road infrastructure they everywhere in the country, cut across region, you know, at least some semblance of hope and some livelihood, people that they get a livelihood on a daily basis for the mining companies, and the situation was a little bit like the hope was there. People have begin to say, wow, yes, it means as if Sando maybe we don't get Moses. But just over that period, things have begin to go the other way. Now I'll argue some of the things as I mentioned earlier. I first tell you say the reason why we're present in the field now because of the advisors. They begin to advise the president. The first, one of the mistake way, one of the advice where is saying a wrong advice for invite people that whether we don't convict or people that whether we don't accuse what gets taken where the ordinary people they understand say this was like na corrupt people. Kemoh say whether we don't sack for being or for let's say involved in cocaine deal where the cocaine deal be worth $53 million. Then fell away there was some clean couch and there was all the corruption from the couch and State House. Again, the ministerial position, political affairs, people in the watch, Salomon. In all happening, these advisors to the president, they also advise the president for sack the then vice president, Chief Aladi Samsumana, unconstitutionally as the ECOWAS court the rule. In all happening, then go further because of them probably their self-interest. Advise the president for the rotate corrupt officials. And for example, there was also a report of dubious activity they go on Mines and Mineral Resources Ministry, headed by Alpha Khan. Alpha Khan, the president Pulande, a counter on political affairs, he begin to rotate. All of this, the anger the people, as if, you know, they begin to treat the people as if the people they not they think. And people like Solomon of will see what it happen. This is just one aspect of why the leaders in the field. The factor one, the advisors. Many examples indeed, but I will tap this example on the first one. Now I go to the second one. The second one, now the clan-based thinking of the political party, Napa. Now, what I mean by the clan-based thinking of the political party, this are like a cabal. Now, like a cabal where them political party are they form in the where if you not belong na MPC, time you don't come now country, you know they get certain job. If you not get party card, such opportunity, they miss you. Like you be Sierra Leonean, Sierra Leonean, maybe generations all. You know they get them. We see people that where no one take party card and go take party card just because of the opportunity. If you not come now in the north, certain job in they get, and this now a clan-based thinking where again against the national interest. And this was evident. This be anger the people based on the corruption and other things that will begin like rampant, turn to the then opposition. Again, the SLPP led Mara Bio for salvage the situation. President, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, before and after the election, promised new direction and vow for make Salone better. Power pa Salone for better. Alright, this was a positive move and people are happy. The intention was good and every patriotic Salone person we want to see our country develop, happy we want for let the president succeed. Because it's very simple. If Salone better, now we all go enjoy and up to future generation. And if it's Salone spoil, now we go suffer like how we suffer so. So that makes sometimes we just feel say for put Salone force a better pass for put political party force. Now, upon assuming office, the president declared the country bankrupt. People agree because there was, like everybody they see the corruption. People they pay 800,000, now 1 million, 2 million. They build houses they will cost hundreds of millions of euros. So it was clear. People they support. Then creates the commission of inquiry for try those people and corrupt officials they weighed and found wanting. Right. But however, just almost 2 years in the power, we see the same mistake, the same issues they were mentioned earlier up, they repeat. We see SLPP, they copied, they implement the same policies where they affect the previous government, where the then President Ernest Bai Koroma not be able to deliver to his promises. Now we go down, let's support my statement with fact. Now, the clan-based thinking of the SLPP, just like the APC, especially from the hardliners within the political party, we feel say, if you not be SLPP, certain job, you not a getter. If you not be, you not come in a certain region, you not a getter. And for example, there was massive unnecessary sacking for many sectors in the government. You go check na Wataki, Kai Bidede. You go check na statistics office, Kai Bidede. You check na NRA, Kai Bidede. And I feel say that clan-based thinking here, any political party within a power where feel say na the right way for govern, you make a big mistake. It's a big mistake. Because the people and they read. People when they read the mind, they read what it happen, they don't understand. Even if it's a man not go book, but at least he gets his own God-given knowledge, in maturity and experience, he go able to judge and see what it. So at least some propaganda not the work. This activity where now the clan-based thinking where the SLPP now they unfold, where the same one APC be used, they create problem for the country. Professionals where the government sponsored for at least help with, then they sacked them for no good reason. Like the president talk about capital, human capital. We all know say we get human capital problem because most of the projects where the government will implement, past we go solicit expatriates for help. The few where government, the previous government be pay sponsored, then sack them for no good reason, for God's sake. And this, they run a country like this. So these are one of the reasons the clan-based thinking, we leaders and they fail. Now secondly, the president, the advisors to the president, this is another factor just like the same. Democracy, I first say, now a very important institution, like if a president wants to succeed, it's very simple because you just need to listen to what the people listen. Majority of Salone people there, when the president begin they travel back and forth, fortnightly, and begin complain to the president. Then up social media, many medium complain say that too much traveling for the president not called for because we get burning issues and we problem there really in a Salone. It's not about traveling outside. Of course you can travel, but not for be often like how the president. But the advisors of the president, because some of them are part of the entourage, continue for advice the president say, you are doing good thing. And people are not food, then they see, they know say party and they this thing. This is not one. And again, another thing where then they still continue for advise the president where I feel say a really dangerous, now the fact that then, just few months ago, the same advisors to the president, then they advised the president for letting go along with an impress, where the president, the vice president, the speaker of parliament for get unhindered access to the state resources without accountability. Okay, this was advice given to those people around because of them not say, this them for benefit. Okay, of course you not go through because of the embarrassments, the publicity, and all of those stuff. So see, even okay, if you go through, then now one bad advice. This is not just one thing. But so the examples on this aspect in Boku. So because of time, I'm not going to count the whole. Maybe I'll go make another segment. Now, I can quickly to some of the suggestions that I'm going to make. First, I therefore acknowledge the fact that being an advisor to the president does not guarantee that the president, your advice will give the president, is binding upon him. However, we also understand that only few people get the guts or get the bravery for telling the president the truth in front of the president without first of all thinking about your job. This is very true. And it's also true that sometimes, yes, people who don't work among powerful people or powerful women and men will attest to the fact that for tell the emperor in naked in front of the emperor, in front of the emperor is very, very difficult. Now, this fear for tell the president, it comes from the respect of respect for the office, because the office of the president embodies the national spirit, where people are so much give respect to. So the person where they all are definitely has to go for respect. But the danger comes if the person where that sits there, person where the one for many in the prison all the time, it don't become dangerous. Because once you don't become, you not person, a president, you are not more there for the president, anybody will tell you the hard fact, you're the firer, then definitely you're bound for fame. Because if somebody gets a genuine suggestion or recommendation, he go fear. Because first he get to think about his job, because he gets a family for it. That's not one serious factor. And I just want to make something very clear. These are from Sesay, one of the world leading thinkers on the subject of leadership. Where tell me, said, the higher you go, the truth, the higher you go, the less the truth reaches you. And this is true. Because we just see, say, like everybody today, they care about in pockets. So not so everybody will get mind tell the president too. So one of the other suggestions where I would talk, now the Japanese culture, sometimes, yes indeed, because we live in a global village, we can borrow some culture, the wolf say, if I'm another country, we'll try to see if it fits me. Then get thing called AAR, that is the after action review. Within a frame time, the president or the leader, they allow the subordinates them for telling the artifact without, like, therefore be punished in any kind of way. And this system, it not only operates within the political spectrum, even in the business. Some executives, some managers and leaders across the world, they use that. Allowed genuine criticism. Employ people there where not enthusiastic for praise you. This is the reality. If you run a country, therefore criticize you for telling the truth, because you don't go bank on knowledge. And sometimes the people that will surround you are not going to give a befitting suggestion or recommendation, because first they fear maybe they don't want to lose the opportunity of being very close to the president. Maybe if I tell the president this, it might hurt the president. The president might want to change me. So the whole of the advisors merely reduced to what I would call messengers there, way for carry out the instruction of the president. They begin compete with other ministers or other people there around. All that they wish for be the person, for carry the wishes of the president in the fastest possible manner. And this is not a mistake. Now, lastly, if by chance the president listens this, think about this. Will you like to be remembered that you are the president will rise above clan-based thinking, or you want to make them remember you in future whenever they mention your name, somebody succeeds? This the choice in your hand. For some of us, we wish you success, We want to see we country develop, we want to see transformation, we want to see we deviate from them practice here with the Kego country small. Salon very small, 7 million people. Although we get some of the issues of tribalism, regionalism, clan-based thinking, APC, SLPP, you know, when you come out of Salon, you get one thing where they identify, your passport, that's it. That's it. And I make I feel say, put Salon first, now the right thing, and the right mind. So me family, some of them subjects here, they're very, very sensitive and lengthy because the recommendations, the suggestions, and then too much. But I will tap here for time being, and hopefully I will try to make another video pertaining to this so that we will get another benefit regarding this sensitive subject. Why we leaders in the fail we and the reasons them. Okay. My name is Mohamed Kabo. Now we remember it again. The first one are the advice, and the second one now the clan-based thinking, and the too much respect. And the too much respect, I'm not even charging because of the time where I don't portion for this video. So I will tap this video as usual. If you get time, I will share this video to other people and let us benefit. I thank you all until we meet next time again. As you probably, Salon de 59 years.